Hey, what's up YouTube? It's your boy ZT back at it again with another trash what if. What if Deku was reincarnation of Whitebeard Part 3? I know you don't like this what ifs that much because of the views and stuff. You did not like it, but I have some ideas for this what if. I'm about to introduce some new characters to the story. We're gonna see. We're gonna introduce some new characters, and I want to say before we start, Merry Christmas to everyone who celebrates it. I don't celebrate it, but Merry Christmas. And I know I'm late. We are 26th of December right now. The Christmas was yesterday. And let's head to the new year, and let's head to the new world. Maybe 2021 will be better, maybe 2021 will be shit. We're gonna see. So yeah, thank you all for the likes, the subs, and for the comment, bruh. And me and the subscriber, we are cooking some spicy what if. So yeah, stay tuned, and we'll talk about it in the next video. So yeah, let us begin. Last time we stopped with Deku and Bakugo going to the entrance exam. They are talking in the road, and they are creating small talks. And Deku, before reaching the UA entrance, he said to Bakugo, restrain yourself, Bakugo. You don't want to go causing any damage to property or people. Bakugo said, haha, stop nagging me, mom. And Deku said, I'm not your mom. I am your trainer. I am. And Bakugo looked at him. I'm not gonna call you sensei, by the way. And Deku said, no need for that. And Deku told him, yeah, just be careful. You might not be on the same battleground or something like that. And they went in, and again, and then you look behind them and see some pair of eyes looking at these two, looking at them menacingly and seeing what they are doing. So yeah, they enter the building, and then they take the written exam. Deku does excellent in it. He is one of the top tens in it because he's not just a brute force. He only trains for control, and he rarely trains for strength. He just begun training for strength, so he has a lot of time to train for control and studying. And studying helps him relax, like reading books and studying for exams and stuff. So he smashed it when it comes to the written exam. And then we come to the mock battle. So yeah, they got everyone set on his place, and Deku was on the last line because he was huge. Dude, he was huge. Some of the people were behind him. They couldn't even see the President Mike and his presentation. So yeah, President Mike started explaining that the mock battle and point system of the robots, and that he said, watch out, don't engage the .0 robot. And in Deku's head said, oh my god, Bakugo's gonna engage it for sure. Fuck that idiot. And then we get into the mock battle. Deku is waiting, and he is standing outside the battle with the other contestant, and he is relaxing. He is looking at the sky, and Ida approaches him and asks him something. How can you be I'm sorry for bothering you, but how can you be so calm? Aren't you afraid you won't get into your way? And Deku said, I don't know, it's up to fate right now, but I am sure of a bit of my ability, and so do you. So let's do our best, okay? But Ada was pumped out to hear that, and he looked at Deku and saw greatness in the making, because he gave him the words of encouragement to go through the exam and smash it. So yeah, Magic Mike said go, and everybody started running. Deku and Ida are in the same pace, and Ida is using his engine, which makes Deku super fast. He is matching the speed of Ida, the third gear of Ida. So they are running, and then the first .0 robot, Deku smashes it with his fist without using his powers. Then he started jumping, and he landed on another one. And then he looked at a bunch of 1 pointer robots, and he jumped in the sky, created the bubble of Gronomi, in jumped in between them, sending them flying, breaking 5 in a row. Everybody's watching, and everybody's trying to match this brute strength of his. So everybody is looking at him like, wow, what is this? How strong can he be? And the other side, Bakugo is doing the same. He's going through the robots like a maniac, destroying everything in his road. Destroying everything in his road and using every move he learned from Deku, and he is going ham on it. We jump back into Deku. Deku at this point has 60 points. 60 points, 60 destruction point, and he is gaining more and more by the second. And then you hear a loud boom. It is the 0 point robot, and kids start screaming. They start running, and Deku stand up tall against it. The great white beard never escapes and never shows his back to the enemy. And then he hears a scream of a little girl screaming for help, crying, and everybody is running away from her. And then in a moment, Deku flash steps toward her and pick up the rubble from her, telling her, "Stay here, I'll be." And then he picks her up, took her away from the robot, and he said, "You're gonna need to watch this." And Deku stood up tall against the 0 point robot. Everybody was looking at the 0 point robot and this huge kid staring at each other. The 0 point robot threw the punch and Deku dodged it, and then Deku grabbed the air surrounding the 0 point robot and he flipped, which made the buildings and the ground surrounding them flip like a table, landing them on their head, breaking everything. And the destruction is such a great there is such a great destruction in the area. It was like around 500 meter beyond the 0 point robot. Everything is destroyed. Building the 0 point robot is fucking wrecked. Everything is destroyed, and everybody's looking at the great back of the warrior Deku, and everybody is looking at him. The teachers were stunned. All Might, especially, that he recognized the kid from the sludge villain incident, and he said, "Whoa, such a destructive power, such an ability. And have you noticed, guys, he didn't even use his quirk when it came to the first one. What is this kid?" And everybody is looking shocked, the teachers especially. And then Aizawa said, "Huh, at least there is some interesting children here." He was referring to Bakugo because Bakugo did the howitzer explosion just to destroy the 0 point robot. And Aizawa smiled and smirked. Interesting kids. And then we jump back to Deku picking up Uraraka again and walking her to the entrance of the entrance exam. He said this will be enough. Deku is walking with her, and then he is creating small talks. As everything, are you okay? Does anything hurt? And Uraraka answers him, "Yeah, just my ankle is sprained." And Deku said, "You will be okay, I got you." And Deku is walking her to the entrance, and then they are greeted by Recovery Girl. And she looks at Deku, and Deku looks at her, and she said, "It's you." Deku said, "Hey, Granny, uh, you work for UA?" The Recovery Girl said, "Yeah, but my quirk is something like this." Put the girl down. He put Uraka down, and she kissed her forehead, which made Uraka heal instantly. And he looked at her. "My name is." Then she introduced herself as the Recovery Girl, and she said, "I never got I never got to properly thank you last time. Here, have some gummy bears." And he had them, and he said, "Thanks, Granny." And she said, "You're welcome for last time and this one." And Deku went home. He met with Bakugo the day after. They were hanging out and chilling at the beach. And Bakugo said, "I wonder how much points you will get in the exam." Deku said, "I don't care for points. I don't care which class I am. I just want to prove that I am the strongest one. Bakugo said, but the points will reveal that. Then Deku said, you are looking just to the near future. I'm talking about the real future, when we are grown and we are full-fledged heroes. And Bakugo said, never thought about it that way. And Deku said, it's getting late. Let's do this another time. Keep up with your training and enhance your quirk more. I want to see how much power you can gain. And Bakugo said, don't get rusty on me, stupid nerd. And Deku said, you won't be fearing that. And then they went each to their home. Deku slept for the night, and in his dreams, the great Edward Newgate awakened. Huh. So I saw everything with my own eyes. So part of me is still with you. The ability to not run away, to not show your back to the enemy. You have the mentality of mine, Deku said. What you gonna do about it? And then Edward said, nothing. I kinda like a kid. You're coming along pretty good. It's not far away to teach you some things from my world, from my old world. I'm gonna teach you some things. And by things, he means hockey. So Deku is not ready yet to learn hockey. And yeah, by the way, Deku will teach other students hockey, especially underpowered individuals. And yeah, then Deku awakened the day after. And the results of the exam came in, and Deku was not worried a bit. And either his mom was not worried a bit, because she knows the power of her kid and his ability. And she said, Deku, my dear, then the results have arrived. And Deku said, they arrived pretty quickly. I give them that. And Deku went to his room, opened the letter, and All Might faced him and said, nobody fears because I am here. Deku was fanboying on the inside. But he kept his stoic looks, and he looked at All Might, and All Might said, you did great, kid. You have 80 villain points. But what we teachers decided on what you did, on the ability to save people, the ability to not leave anyone behind or show your back to the enemy, we decided to add rescue points, and you got 60 other points on that. Deku said, rescue points? We here in UA, we reward bravery. We reward people for saving lives. That is the meaning of being a hero, kid. It's not just about defeating villains and being the strongest there is. Lives matter. And you knew that, and you wanted to help that little helpless girl. And then he showed the video of that girl coming to say that you want to give some points to to Deku, but Prison Mike, you said, you're pretty crazy, girl. That kid does not need any points from you. And then the final score of Deku was shown, 140 points. Under him is Bakugo with 110 points. Only Venom is no rescue because he did it for blood, because he was bloodthirsty, not because he wanted to rescue anyone. And then All Might said, I'm pretty proud to have you in UA, kid. You showed great restraint when it comes to using your power. You're pretty good with it, and I will be glad to teach you at UA. Deku said, I thought they brought you here just for presentation. And then All Might said, if you're talking to the hologram, I can't respond. I don't know what you're saying. I'm just playing it like I can hear you and stuff. And Deku felt pretty dumb because of it. And All Might said, so ciao, I'll see you in UA. The next day, Deku prepared his backpack, he prepared his clothing, and he wore them, and he walked to UA. His mother said goodbyes, and she said that she is proud of her son. Deku walked to UA's entrance, and he looked. So the story begins now. Right, Edward? And Deku walked through the doors of UA, and he headed to class 1A. He looked at the door and said, door made for giants, huh? Pretty cool. I think they had me in consideration. They considered me to come here. So yeah, Deku walked into the class and he looked. Ida and Bakugo were not engaging in trash talking to each other. So everyone was calm and they looked at this humongous kid. But they didn't have any reaction towards him because a girl from behind was looking at him. This huge other girl that was 6.1 meter feet tall looked at him. Huh. Finally, an interesting one. Deku looked at her and he walked towards her. She stood up to him without fear in her eyes and she looked at him. What's your name? Deku, Midoriya answered, Izuku Midoriya, what about you? She said, my name is Shiva. And Deku looked at her, you seem pretty interesting. Shiva answered, I can say the same to you. So Deku looked at her and she looked at him. Prove your strength to me. Engage me in. How do they call it? Arm wrestling match. So they both sat down and both engaged, and it was in the. How do they call it? I just forgot. They engaged in that, and everyone was watching because they were struggling against each other. And Deku looked at her, enhancement quirk, and she said, enhancement with a twist. She started stealing some energy from Deku, and she looked at him. And Deku looked at her, so you're stealing energy. I can feel my power drained from my hand. Let me show you things. And Deku bursted with strength in his hand and he upped his percentage of power and he slammed her hand on the table and looked at her. I guess it's my win this time. Next time you use your power, use it at a burst, not drain it all. Not drain some bits of my power. Use all. And she looked at him. Kind of like you. And Deku said, I could say the same about you. And then Aizawa got into class. Yo, everybody shut the fuck up. Aizawa sensei came here. So yeah, he told them to all shut their asses up. It's time to go for a little exam. He needs to test the strength of everyone in this class. And I'll be leaving this what if here. Thank you if you enjoyed. Drop a like, drop a subscription. I'm sorry about the short video last time. I had the final exams. Bruh, I've been having exams since 2 months. I'm going fucking nuts here. I'm going insane. So yeah, all I want to say is thank y'all for the supports. Thank y'all for the subscribers. I think we hit 600 subscribers last night, and me and the subscriber are making something great. I hope you enjoyed this what if, and stay tuned for other what ifs and brand new what ifs. It's been your boy Xeno ZT. Merry late Christmas, and I'll see y'all in the next episode. Peace.